Yeah. Go on, youth, yeah, go on. Ease yourself, just keep it calm, youth, yeah, star. Only pop pressure in my corner. One time it hard to carry on. No need no girl for turn to, no man for talk to. Feelings hurt, on the journey so far.
Wagwan Success family, this is O. Holness JLP is desperate and is using Vybz Kartel in their political campaign to get Jamaican people to believe that getting rid of King Charles and keeping the Privy Council is best for the Jamaican people. DPP Paula Llewellyn got paid to sabotage Vybz Kartel original trial, said Vybz Kartel and his co-accused Sean Storm. I will tell you exactly how Vybz Kartel will win his habeas corpus hearing and walk free week after next week. Vybz Kartel reacted to all of this and said Gaza fans should tell him why exactly he's still behind bars. So Minister of Legal and Constitutional Affairs Marlene Malahou said there is an increase in support for retaining the UK-based Privy Council as Jamaica's final appellate court. Marlene Malahou said this surge in support came from the Privy Council ruling on overturning Vybz Kartel murder conviction and his co-accused. Minister Marlene Malahou doubled down on retaining the Privy Council and is trying to convince Jamaicans that the Privy Council has support because of the ruling on Vybz Kartel case. That is extremely misleading because Vybz Kartel case involves significant financial power, with Vybz Kartel spending £600,000. That's about Jamaican $100 million on his appeal. Now this amount of money is beyond the reach of 99% of Jamaicans and basically limits access and fairness of using the Privy Council as the final appellate court for Jamaica. Marlene Malahou highlighting Vybz Kartel case is only trying to capitalize on the high profile nature of the situation to sway the public opinion without addressing or pointing out these financial barriers ordinary Jamaicans will definitely face. So basically what I'm saying is it will be a big financial burden for regular Jamaicans trying to appeal to the Privy Council, and you will find that only 1% of wealthy Jamaicans can afford to seek justice at this level. How many times must I tell people that? Some people will say that the Privy Council is not biased like the corrupt regional judges at the Caribbean Court of Justice. If you think about it, would you rather keep the Privy Council that you cannot access because you are not among the 1% of wealthy people, or access the Caribbean Court of Justice trying to get justice with a system that should and must be impartial to your rights, because those judges being impartial to your rights mean not taking sides or having personal biases. This is a crucial concept in law, in any law and the justice system, where those judges and juries are expected to make decisions based solely on the facts of the case and law without picking side. And if there is any unfairness, then it will come to the light, just like how Paula Llewellyn's situation came to the light. The fact of the matter is most Jamaicans cannot even dream of raising 100 million for an appeal, and not being able to do so will only deny them the opportunity for the same level of judicial review that someone like Vybz Kartel can access. I believe Holness JLP knows that retaining the Privy Council only highlights a significant inequity in the justice system, but they do not care, so pushing their agenda is more important. If they have money to do it, then why not? Them not care about the wider population of Jamaica that is totally incapable of even going to the Privy Council. And really and truly, I do not like the fact that they are leveraging Vybz Kartel influence to advocate for the Privy Council. This just does not sit well with me. It's not genuine, and I know they know that what they are doing is not in the best interest of the Jamaican people. Vybz Kartel case is the biggest thing in Jamaica right now, and they are just trying to use him for their gain. Marlene Malahou stooping this low to use Vybz Kartel case and influence as a benchmark for public support and turn a blind eye to the reality of the situation tells me that they know what is going on and they see it, but if it does not benefit them, then they do not care. If it does not align with what they want, with their agenda, then they do not care, because they saw how badly DPP Paula Llewellyn handled Vybz Kartel case, yet still they want to keep her. Now they want to use Vybz Kartel as a stepping stone to get public support. Bro, that just don't make any sense. It's a contradictory logic and approach by Holness JLP. You fight to keep a woman that sabotaged the man case, and then the same man you're trying to use him to gain support amongst Jamaicans. Big fault. Them deserve a red card off, I feel. Me I tell you that. because the whole of them know that is Vybz Kartel, and many people might support the Privy Council based on cartel involvement rather than practical and fair consideration of justice. So Marlene Malahou rhetoric seems more like a strategic maneuver to exploit Vybz Kartel fame rather than a thoughtful examination of the actual benefits and drawbacks of the Privy Council for the general population. And we saw the other day where Mark Golding came out and did a press conference and said Shanique Murray got justice by going to the Caribbean Court of Justice, a more accessible and regional alternative. So this is what Vybz Kartel wrote on his Instagram. Vybz Kartel said, Gaza Nation, I will pay you $1 million to cite under what law is a DJ Palmer being held in prison. What law is keeping him there? Vybz Kartel is basically talking like in a third person. Spoiler alert, you won't get the money because no law can be cited. There is no law holding him there, just political will. By the way, as Marlene did cute man, Jesus, wonder if her pum pum pretty like her face. Marlene Malahou cute for true. Maybe her thing pink, I don't know. Vybz Kartel and his co-accused Sean Storm exposed DPP Paula Llewellyn and said Paula Llewellyn got her check for her corrupt role in sending him to prison, violating their constitutional rights, privacy, tamper with evidence, and coach the witness. So Vybz Kartel and Sean Storm said the same Privy Council exposed DPP Paula Llewellyn corruption. I am of the belief that Sean Storm and Vybz Kartel is of the opinion that the Privy Council should remain solely because it helped them based on what I'm getting from the post and everything. And honestly speaking, if anybody should think that the Privy Council should remain, is Vybz Kartel, Sean Storm, Madsus and Cairo, because they saw how it helped them, and it's fair to be biased in that way. That can slide, that bias can slide and everything. As for everyone else and the wider public, you can't afford it, you can't afford it, so you should not even think that the way they you see me? Vybz Kartel lawyer Isaac Buchanan filed the habeas corpus application. Now let's be honest with ourselves here. DPP Claudette Thompson and her prosecution team ability to challenge the habeas corpus application preventing Vybz Kartel and his co-accused release will be difficult. It's futile, it's a waste of time, right? Because the absence of a valid conviction against Vybz Kartel significantly weakens the prosecution making a valid argument. The Privy Council overturning their murder conviction, and there's no new charges that was brought forth. The legal basis for Vybz Kartel continued detention makes them look bad, makes them look extremely bad, because the prosecution would have to logically and legally justify why Vybz Kartel ongoing imprisonment without the backing of the prosecution or police pressing charges is actually justified, and them supposed to dead it. You see me? I don't know what other people call it, but I call Vybz Kartel situation limbo, and I got that word from Naruto Shippuden in the Great Ninja War when Madara transformed, beating Sasuke and Naruto like foolishness. Anyways, the current legal limbo surrounding the case complicates the prosecution position because Vybz Kartel and his co-accused find themselves in a state of uncertainty, neither convicted nor facing imminent charges, and I do not see how DPP Claudette Thompson will argue or convince the judge a valid reason as to why Vybz Kartel staying behind bars is right or is the greater good without immediate legal basis, unless I don't see what they see. Because this is the thing, the habeas corpus application itself presents a formidable challenge for the prosecution because Vybz Kartel lawyer is questioning the legality of Vybz Kartel detention in prison, and I do not see or believe that the prosecution have enough evidence or grounds to justify Vybz Kartel's stay in prison, which will make us see Vybz Kartel walk free after the 29th and the 30th hearing. I really do not know or understand how Jamaican justice system really and truly operates like this, because the absence of a valid conviction and the humanitarian consideration surrounding Vybz Kartel prolonged stay in prison, things just do not look good, and things do not look good for the prosecution. Also, we know there are a lot of flaws in the original trial process where DPP Paula Llewellyn destroyed Vybz Kartel case to benefit them. Now the DPP replacement, DPP Claudette Thompson, arguing against Vybz Kartel release pending June 10th retrial hearing, becomes very difficult, and Vybz Kartel I go walk free. Just mark my words and know say yo, yes, I wanna did hear it, I wanna come back right there. So you see me, because we also need to look at what type of message the DPP will be sending to the public? Is it a message that Jamaican justice system has principles of justice, and releasing Vybz Kartel and his co-accused align with that principle of justice, right? Will you send a broader message to society, to Jamaica, so people can understand and know that there is fairness in upholding, you know, the presumption of innocence until you're proved guilty? You know what I mean? So they just cannot continue to deny Vybz Kartel release without any valid reason or conviction. All I'm here to say is the prosecution will face a difficult challenge, and Vybz Kartel will walk free coming week after next week. Yeah, man. This is not the type of video where you come and listen to and skip or pause. This is the video where you listen to like a podcast. You see me? And there's a reason why I put this recording at the end of the video, because more people if you understand, say, yo, man, they have to stay, and man, they have to really teach people them things. You see me? Yeah, man. So if you're new to the channel, just subscribe, and you know the whole 9 yards. Thanks for the likes, thanks for the subscribe, thanks for the views, thanks for the comments. As always, I'm out.